Monday. Can't get them all in frame. Oh well. Close enough. Let's see here. Everything's situated. Mr. J Rod's in the house. Derek is here. I'll probably read a few names to start as you guys join in. Mario's here. Chris is here. Calico Basin is here. Craig G. Tennessee Mike. My regulars are tuning in. It's awesome. Oh, you know what? I could probably put that right there. Bruce is here. Let's see. Young XL is here. Nilo's here. Derek chiming in still. Wilson's here. Wilson, I can actually make you a moderator. Gotta have my moderators in the chat just in case the trolls show up. I'm not sure if Dane's gonna make it or not. So added Wilson to the mix. Peter C's here. Justin EDC's here. Chaz from the Berg, I can actually add you as a moderator. Chad from the Berg is a moderator now too. Yeah, that brew, I just did the unboxing on a few of these. Actually, quite a few of these. I just did unboxing videos, so I'll be adding those here soon. Kevin says he wants a wrench. We can do that. Let's see here. Actually, Chris, give you a wrench. Everybody gets a wrench. Before you know it, my whole live stream will just be a bunch of wrenches. All right, let's see. What was my... J-Rod says, what was your Easter watch? Any pastel doll? No, I didn't do any. I don't really have any like spring colored watches or whatever. Yeah, right before I started the live, I actually just poured a little bit of what is this? This is not. I'm not sponsored by Don Julio, but if anybody over at Don Julio is watching, if they would like to sponsor the show, I'd be open and receptive to that discussion. So what did I wear? Oh, I wore the it's still actually keeping time, I think, here. I wore the Seamaster yesterday. Finished up, helped my father-in-law make some, finish the maple syrup. So, yep, wore this watch while we did that. I think we finished up, there's probably going to be quite a few gallons, but we did like about a gallon and a half yesterday we finished up. Kevin commented on the Ruckus that I posted up on Instagram. Yeah, I finally got my wife to go with me out on a ride. They're brand new Ruckus, I think 2020s. I picked them up a little bit ago, not too long ago. No mods, they're bone stock so far. I will mod at least one, mine, the one I drive at some point. So let's see, was I able to get the OEM strap for the Seamaster? So let's talk about that for a minute. I have the, I don't know where it's at. So for the Seamaster, I do have the Zalandi strap, and then I think I have a Horus, I think, or something. Somebody gave me, Homer gave me. I can't imagine wearing this watch on anything but the bracelet. Even when I did the watch fast, I had bought a couple other straps to use on this, and for that whole month, I left it on bracelet, whereas the Tudor Black Bay, I switched out. I had it on rubber strap, I had it on, I forget the name of it, but a nice fabric strap, and then I had it on bracelet. Whereas when I did the Seamaster, I wore it on the bracelet the whole time. For some reason, for the Seamaster, I just can't imagine it on anything other than the bracelet. So, yeah, Seamaster pretty much stays on bracelet. Let's put that there. Let's move. I got too many watches, right? Let's see. Why bother now that you've got the Aquaterra? You're right. So I have the Aquaterra, right? And I was wearing that, and it's still honeymoon phase. It's still kind of amazing to me that I even was able to pick it up I think the power reserve ran out on it, but here it is on the Jubilee, which fits amazing. This Jubilee is supposedly for the Seamaster, but it fits on the Aquaterra perfectly. So I imagine the Seamaster bracelet and the Aquaterra bracelet are interchangeable. So I have to say, for the price, right? For the price, this bracelet is amazing. Gone are the exposed holes on the other side, so you got the screws here, and then they're clean on this side. So that's a quality upgrade. The clasp is the only thing that's not super quality feeling on this bracelet. I shouldn't say that. This bracelet could be better, but not for its price point. You know, if Strapcode were to, and I think they're capable of doing this, if they were able to make a premium line and do something like this, but even the next level nicer, then I think a lot of us would pay the premium when it comes to, you know, putting it on an Aquaterra or something. Okay, Craig, yeah, this is actually, so I haven't tried it on that. So it's actually designed for the previous generation 300, and maybe that's why it fits on here good. So I don't know, it fits on there really good. It's tight, there's no movement in it. It fits the lugs good. It's a little weird looking to me at first. And yeah, I don't know. But I warmed up to it. It felt good. You know, it's going to end up back on this strap pretty soon. But for now, it's on the Jubilee. So why not? Yeah, Nefarian, I was kind of the same way. I was definitely, when I first put it on, I was like, I think I'm going to put the rubber strap back on. But then I wore it, and a few hours in, I was just like, yeah, I like bracelets so much. So, and then I ended up meeting Craig down in Clare, Michigan the other day, and I wore it down there, and I don't know. I warmed up to it. Doesn't mean it's going to stay on there. I think the Aquaterra is going to be pretty versatile. I'm gonna change things out a little bit. What was that comment Floridian said about? You're saying send the orange monster to you? Yeah. What does he? Hello, Rob, and I'll go ahead and send that monster to him. So I think Floridian is where's he at? Let me see. Oh man, you're down in Miami. Woo, sunny South Florida, way down there. I'll have to get down there again sometime. There's one brewery down in Miami that I really enjoyed. That was nice. So what Floridian's talking about is this Seiko Orange Monster in the background. Now that there's 83 people chimed in. This is going to be a giveaway watch after the channel hits 50,000 subs, and I will do. I knew you were going to ask me that. So I knew somebody was going to ask. Peter asked what brewery was that. I cannot remember the name of it. If somebody mentions it, it's a microbrew, obviously, and it was. I don't know what the district is called, but there's a lot of like graffiti and art and stuff on the buildings in that area. I cannot remember what it was called, but if somebody mentions it, if anybody knows the scene down in Miami, it's not like downtown Miami. It's outskirts. It wasn't like in South Beach or anything like that. But I would remember it if somebody said it in the chat. But yeah, this one here will be the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. So, and I will do. I was doing some research today on how to legally do a giveaway on YouTube because I've never really done one like officially, I guess. So I'll probably end up doing it. I'll announce the rules and everything later. Let's see, J-Rod, does the new Zimby bracelet fit on the Orange Monster? I don't know. I didn't try it, and I sold the Zimby, so. Let's see. Man, I don't know why I can't think of that brewery. I'm assuming they're still there. They make really good, so, beer. All right, what are we doing? Orange is the way to go. I guess 80 says he's always wanted an Orange Monster. Derek says Winwood. Yep, that's it. It was Winwood. Thanks. I knew somebody in the chat would know. Yeah, it was definitely Winwood. Are you going to sell the rubber clasp on the Breitling? So I'll probably keep. So that kind of segues into me talking about the rubber strap for the Seamaster, and then that one. I kind of am in the same camp with the Breitling. I don't think I will wear this on this rubber strap. Like I tried, and I'll give it another shot, but this watch belongs on the bracelet. So I don't know. I'll end up keeping it because then it'll be a full kit, and I'll always have the option. Or if I ever go to sell it, then I have another full kit thing. So most people that are looking to buy one of these, I'm not selling it. I'm not saying I'm selling it. What I'm saying is, if I ever do go to sell it, I have, a better sellable watch when I have full kit with the extra rubber strap, all OEM, and the bracelet. So let's see. Justin Easy C says, "What is the square chrono on the beads of rice?" This is a brew. I don't know the brew model. So Mark from our Discord group actually just sent this in. This is the retrograph. And I don't know, again, I don't know if this is a factory bracelet or if he put this on this. This might not be a factory bracelet for it. But yeah, this brew watch is freaking cool, man. It's very cool. This is my first look at a brew. So it's very cool. I can probably pop it on wrist real quick. Oh, Mark's in the chat. He says it's OEM bracelet. In case you were wondering, I was wearing the titanium SKX 011 today on the green rubber strap, silicone strap. Yeah, it does kind of look like, holy cow. Is this size for your wrist, Mark? This is like, you got a big wrist, man. Man, that just works. That is very cool. Haynes is asking, do I own a Glycine? I've had some Glycine. I did have an Airmen dual time just a little bit ago, and I sold it. Oh, okay. Mark's got 7 3/4 inch wrist. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely beyond Bruce loose on my wrist. So Craig G's chiming in, says the Pelagos comes standard with the bracelet and the rubber strap at no extra charge, and it uses the factory end links from the bracelet, which is so cool. And I will be doing a full video on that soon. In case you guys didn't pick that up, there is a newer Tudor Pelagos in the background here. This is Craig's watch. I was really tempted on buying this. I actually kind of said I was going to buy it. So if nobody does buy it, I will end up buying it from you, Craig, by the way. I just know that it's not the best time for me to swoop in and do that. But that is a very cool watch. And I connected with it way more than I thought I would. But the timing's just not right for me. So yeah, he's saying that watch comes on that bracelet, all titanium, and it comes on the rubber strap, which would be similar to this. It's all in the box, but the Tudor comes on a strap that ends up doing this right here. So, which I need to do the video on that, guys. Check this out. I know this is kind of messed up, but so I post 1 or 2 videos a day, right? Legit, I was kind of not really stressing, but that I only had like maybe 5 or 6 videos left to do to produce. So I was kind of like, oh shoot, I need some content. So I started to hustle again like I used to, where I started reaching out to more people. And now I have like 20 videos to make at least. So it's always something, man. It's ups and downs. Jordan, has anyone had an experience with the AmeriQuartz movement yet? I have not checked out an AmeriQuartz movement. Hopefully I will soon. So, see, Blue Shirt Buddha is wearing his Doxa Sub 300T Caribbean Doxa Nation. That's probably one of my favorite ones, actually. The Doxa 300T with that dark blue with the orange hints and everything on it. So it's very good. Looks like Nathan picked up a SRP 309. Nice. Let's see. Calico Basin. Can I show the Breitling next to the Tudor? I'm assuming I have a couple. I have the Navi timer back here, but I'm assuming you mean this and then the Super Ocean. So, yeah. quite the thing is everyone complains about the thickness of the Tudor Pelagos, but it balances out so nice on wrist. And it, I mean, it is thick. There's no doubt about it. It is thick, especially next to this Breitling Super Ocean. These are actually pretty thin, but it just wears so good. Yeah, Mark Craig ended up picking up the matte blue. So I have a video that I'll post up here soon. In weight wise, the these are actually really close. I'll do some comparisons when I go to do the video for it, but it's titanium, which makes it lighter, obviously, but it's also a larger. There's more material there and stuff, so it's not lightweight, but it's lighter than what it would be, obviously, if it was stainless steel. But I don't know. I'm afraid to wear it more because if I wear it anymore, I will end up just having to pay Craig because it's a nice watch for sure, and it definitely works for me. And you guys keep saying that it's awesome and everything like that. That's not going to help. Ricky A with the $5 here super chat, just saying what's going on with the little emoji guy there. Thanks for the super chat. Craig wants me to buy it. I don't know. Maybe I will. I did watch a bunch of Dave Ramsey videos today. So that was probably part of the reason why I hit you up and said I probably shouldn't buy it right now. So, but tomorrow maybe I'll just make it a point to not watch any Dave Ramsey videos and I should be okay. Let's see here. Seamaster still stealing. Yeah, I do love the Seamaster. Yeah, that Dave Ramsey, you get hooked on those videos, man, and you'll just be like, yeah, I gotta get my stuff aligned. Payment plans now. 0 debt, right? You're supposed to pay off your mortgage, have a good investment, be ready to go. Kevin says last week he tried on a SBBN tuna on his 6 1/4 inch wrist, and I'm surprised how well it fits. That is a magic watch, man. That thing works on so many levels. Clayton wants to know what's the big diver with the steel bezel. I'm guessing you're talking about this one. I just did the unboxing right before the live show. This is a Luminox. I really don't know anything about it. It's an XS3253. Retail price $5.95. I'm sure I can do a lot better than that. But it does have a quartz movement, has the tritium tubes. I'm digging it. Calico Basin with the $4.99 super chat. Yeah, check that out on wrist. There's a reason why a lot of people wear these Luminox. I know some people hate on them and stuff like that, but man, they wear really good. And for a lot of people, these are, quote, nice watches, you know what I mean? To a lot of us, yeah, you might not say it's super nice, but it is a nice watch. Odd job, yeah, I still do have the Boulder Odysseys. They're behind me in the cubby. I couldn't fit too many watches. Like this was already kind of maxed out. Ryden says, my thoughts on the 4th gen Save the Ocean Monster. I want to get it in. I definitely want to check it out. AZ Clayton says, send the green Willard back, question mark. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy it. Again, because I really don't think I'm going to wear it. But I definitely wanted to do this video. Check that out. Mark sent in his green Willard, steel dive Willard, and then I have the actual green Willard in there. Look how different the color is. I'll tell you what. That's what I'll probably do. I probably won't go back. I'll see if I can negotiate a decent deal with this guy here, and then one of my founder members will get it, because this one, everything lines up really good. It's actually in really good shape. I need to throw it on the time grapher, make sure it's running good. I mean, really, I probably should have one for the channel, but I can only have so many watches, and I can only use the excuse that, well, you know, I have that watch for the channel. I can only use that excuse so many times, right? All right. No G-Shocks. We can put the... Wait, there's a bunch of G-Men on the back. Where am I going to put the G-Shock? I got no room. There, I'm going to put it back there because these are kind of like Stealth Wealth, Titanium G-Shock, and then I think it was Chris or somebody. The Tudor Pelagos kind of flies under the radar. I mean, it gets a lot of attention for sure, but it still kind of flies under the radar as far as a value proposition in the watch world. All right, what do we got here? Roar of the Tiger says, biggest problem with the Luminox is the 23 millimeter lugs. But the rubber straps they come on are just very good. I would just leave it right on that. People gripe about the script on the Pelagos. That adds to its charm for me. So, and I'll cover all this when I do the actual video of it. I don't care about that script. And actually, after seeing that one with all the writing on it, it almost looks like the ETA model almost looks a little too plain. I don't know, it's kind of messed up. Like, we want something in between. We always want what they're not giving us, right? But the big difference is about a millimeter thick on that one, thicker than the ETA model. So is it worth it? You know, the price was about the same, but Greg Wood in here says, have I ever checked out the left-hand drive? No, but now that I've looked at more and more pictures of them, I definitely want to because I like the warmer colors that are on it. Calico Basin said he picked up his first Luminox in '93. That was the year I graduated high school. At a service merchandise. That is cool. That is very cool. Let's see. Osama says, is that the Hamdallah Monster? Yes, it is. Yeah, Mark just sent this over. Check that out. This is my first look at one of these too. Can you believe it's been that long? This has been out that long and I haven't checked it out. I even kind of said in my unboxing, like this is like, if you're having a hard time finding an SRP 309 and you really want one, stop looking and just pick up one of these. I mean, it's like 90% the same watch. Like, you get the same value from it and everything. I know it's not a Seiko Monster, right? I get it. But it kind of is. So the same way, you know, with the Willards and stuff, you can pick these up for like a little over $100. The crown's actually a little bit longer too, so it's actually easier to grab. So they kind of did a little bit. Let me see. Bezel action's not as good. I don't feel the resistance of the gasket. I feel more of the clicks. And this is sharper here for sure. I felt that grab me. This is way sharper. I don't know if you guys have ever handled the bezel on a Monster, and sometimes you'll get pinched. This one definitely will pinch you, whereas the stock one kind of won't. Let's see. Carmos 1970 with a $5 hair super chat. Very good. Great show. What watches would you group together as equal to Oris watches? Well, Oris kind of has, you know, more history, and they have their, you know, they have some really solid watches. So what kind of competes with them? Price-wise and quality-wise, I think you could probably go like Tag Heuer. I would say maybe Manta, but you don't have the history, but they're similar price points. I think if you're looking at Oris, I think you should look at Oris in the light that where they shine. Like, nobody makes another watch that's quite like the Big Crown. The Pointer Date is awesome, and like this model, the Big Crown Pro Pilots are awesome, and then the Oris Aquas, that is such a good watch. When I just met up with Craig, he was wearing his Hulk, his green Oris Aquas. That thing is beautiful. That is just beautiful. Let's see, Hans is here, Brent is here. I guess 80 says, oh yeah, so that would be another one that would kind of compete with Oris, would be maybe a Zin or a Damasco or something like that. They're kind of in the same price points. When you look at some of the German watches, they're going to be a little more mundane. They're not going to be as dressed up as, say, an Oris, but I think with the Zin and the Damasco, probably more Damasco than Zin. Zin's been adjusting their prices. I think you're going to get more watch for your money when you go to some of these German entry-level German watches over an Oris, though. Sad to say, but again, but it's going to be way more tool watch than it will be a full-on its own thing. Hamilton's really good too, but I would think Oris has some things that Hamilton doesn't, like better loom, screw down crowns, water resistance. Yeah, that one, that big crown, big date ProPilot, whatever, is super legible. Let's see. Scott is asking, what are the Glycine Airmen selling for now, new after the Invicta acquisition? I don't know, man. Prices are going up on those things on the used market. I don't know what they're going for new. I haven't really paid attention. Nick has got a question about the 41 millimeter. I think you're talking about the Longines Hydro Conquest lug to lug too long. I don't know a whole lot about that watch. Lance is asking about the Huckberry Zodiac Far Island one. I already sold that. That's already gone. Formex, yeah, Formex would be in that price point too, and they're pretty crazy, unique. So Billy Bob with the tooth, yeah, Mike. Oh, man, I gotta grab a Kleenex. So a while ago, I had that temporary crown, then I had the permanent crown put in. So thanks for bringing that up, Billy Bob. But yeah, all healed up, everything's good. So far, the crown's holding up. I don't need a root canal, as far as I know. The crown should do the trick. We'll see. Gary's comment on the Axios Pathfinders, those are really cool. Yep. I think I already shipped those out. Sortinos are really good. Yep. You ever had the Fortis with the mechanical chime on the show? Calico Basin is asking. No, I have not had the Fortis. Maximilian Napoleon. Hey, Rob, any thoughts on the Tudor Black Bay 58 and on Tudor releases in the next few days? Yeah, everyone is putting out. Yeah, Jack is here too. Jack's chiming in. Yeah, Jack was just commenting about this. So everyone's making these videos, right, about the what's coming, watches and wonders and everything like that. I have to say, I have not watched hardly any of those videos, and I'm not paying attention because, I mean, really, you're just speculating. You're maybe hoping, all that stuff, right? And everyone's going to be focused on. This is my favorite part about, even back when it was, what do you call it? Baselworld, right? So even when it was Baselworld, when everybody was focused on the big brands, that's when I was looking at everything but those. So, like, is Tudor going to do Black Bay this and a Black Bay that? Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to do all of that, and probably a GMT, a Coke, and green bezel. They're going to do all of that stuff. And then everybody's going to flock towards them, and you're not going to be able to get one. So who cares? So, yeah. Let's see. Swami Ralph with a $10 hair super chat. Big thanks. Appreciate that. Brent says he'll have a Coke GMT. So, and you'll be able to get them eventually once things calm down. There's a new Rolex waiting list. Wait, yeah. So I'm more interested in seeing what some of the other brands that are actually obtainable and other people aren't really focusing on. I'm more interested in seeing what those models are. Of course, I'm going to be looking at whatever the big brands come out with too, but I don't buy them now. I don't have them now. This is the stuff. This is my world right here. The Breitling Super Oceans and the Seamasters and the Aquaterras. That's my peak right now. That's where I'm at, you know. And then of course I have the Breitling Select program. I still need to do some update videos on that so you guys can get a better understanding of how that all works. Chaz from the Berg is asking if I've snagged the rose gold metal square yet. I'm not going to buy that. I do want to see it. Hopefully somebody will loan one in. I know on the Discord, Ralph picked one up and posted up some pictures. Actually, I think he's got some videos on YouTube. If I remember, I'll link his YouTube video in his channel. He's kind of starting off, so it's a good channel. You might want to sub it. I'll try to link it in the description after the video loads. But that rose gold one, it looks really good. Plus, it has the positive display instead of the negative display that's like on this Bling Master here. And the rose gold is just, it's not full on rose gold. It's not like feminine looking. It's just brighter looking, more like spring looking versus just gold. So yeah, Chaz, I'm with you on that. I definitely want to see, I want to see one in the metal. So I don't really want to buy one though. I'm trying to not buy stuff and just rely on people sending it in or loaning it or whatever. Let's see. Ali G is asking, hey Rob, what do you think of the G-Shock MRG line? So the MRG line is the pinnacle of G-Shock. That is the best G-Shocks out there. So I've owned one and they are amazing. Floyd is asking, is that a green rubber strap on your Seiko mod from Seiko Solar? It looks familiar. Yes, I think it's from was it SNE 541 or something like that, if I remember right. Just going off the top of my head. I liked it because it had the ribs on it, like pinstriping, and then it had the non-metal, so it has a silicone keeper as well. And the brushed material on the clasp actually kind of match the titanium case pretty good. So I thought it was a pretty good match. And this was somebody, I don't remember who it was, somebody posted this up on this combination basically with an SKX011 and then this SNE 541 strap on Instagram. And I was like, that looks awesome. I'm doing that. So I went over to eBay, typed in Seiko SNE 541 strap, and one happened to pop up. I think I picked it up for like 20, 25 bucks, something like that. I can't remember if it was new or used. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, just went over to eBay, type in Seiko SNE 541 strap. So I dig it. I would say pick it up because it could be used on other watches. The green just looks really cool. Now it's 22 millimeters, so I don't think you're going to be able to fit it because it isn't the Willard 20. But the silicone that's on the Willard is actually really good too. Driver Fish is asking where the Hamilton chrono is. That's gone. Excuse the sniffles, guys. So, yeah, that's 20. So it won't work on the Willard, but I sold a bunch of watches so I could pick up this Aquaterra. And that Hamilton chrono was one of them. So, got to make sacrifices, got to change it up a bit once in a while. I'm not a chrono guy anyway. Scott is asking, you guys see Timepiece Gentlemen's feuding with Archie Luxury, question mark? It's TGV versus Federico all over again. Rob, stay out of the YouTube beef. Isn't the Timepiece Gentleman, isn't that the one that does like kind of more like the vlog style stuff? Like how would he even be talking to Archie Luxury? Oh, I know what it was. I think Archie made a video about YouTubers he doesn't like or something. That might be choreographed, guys. That might be a choreographed feud. I don't know how that would benefit Timepiece Gentleman or whatever his name is, but whatever. I don't know. That guy's running a legitimate business. Like he's doing things. Archie's just, creating content and stuff. They're like, it's not even the same. They're not even in the same. I don't want to say same league, but they're not even. It's apples and oranges. They're not doing the same thing. So I don't even know why they're even talking to each other about each other. Yeah. Well, I mean, some of those guys, that's all part of it, right? They're, like he's doing a vlog thing, so there's going to be a certain level of drama. That's the whole point of like the reality TV show thing. And then Archie's just being Archie. That's his gig, right? So, yeah, that's cool. If that's your form of entertainment, then yeah, cool. Do it. Check it out. Could be fun to see how it plays out. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't ever have time for that. Let's see. Rob, what is the square chrono? This is the Brew Calico Basin again. Dude, are you drinking or something? You keep throwing doll hairs at me. That's awesome. Drink up, buddy. See, drama has never been all that entertaining to me. Chaz from the Berg. So this is the Brew Retrograph. Man, I can't wait to do the video on this because, like, what is this? Why is this yellow right here? Why is there a yellow in between the 30 and 35 mark? Interesting. I can't wait to do the research on this. I had reached out to the owner of Brew many times, and I thought he was going to send watches and stuff, and he just kind of drops out. So, trying to pull. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that makes sense. Brew watches, duh. Who said that? Daniel Yo. Thank you. Time to pull an espresso. Thanks. That's so obvious. Maybe it's because I've been drinking. Yellow is a poop stain. You might want to have your stool checked. Archie does it for the views. All right. My glass is almost empty. All right. I'm going to read some comments. What do we got going on here, guys? Got quite a few people. I think we were up over 180 at one point. All right, we have a weird layout, right? I'm gonna throw the Navitimer out there too. Meta Journey's chiming in. He says hi. All right, I'm not gonna be able to keep up, but I'm gonna try this. I did this a while ago, and it was kind of fun. Kevin says, "What's the watch right down the middle, in front of the business card?" This is a Movado. This is the first Movado I've had on the channel. I don't know. They just use big part numbers. I don't know what they call them, but it's got a cool case because it's integrated and it's got a really nice soft silicone strap. Usually the Movados are all bracelets, I thought, but yeah, Ivan, all these live streams are going to be in 720 at best. That's the way YouTube does their live streams. So this was loaned in from Richard at Saltzman. So my first Movado on the channel. So I'm getting ready to do that one too. All right, so let's do this real quick. I'll try to keep up. Bruce, Blue Shirt Buddha's asking any updates on the baseball hats. I need to order them, but I'm only going to order 6 because I am getting the, what's that brand I said I like? I forget what it is that I like. So I don't know. I can't. Legacy. I'm getting the Legacy hats that I wanted all along. I'm not going to compromise, and then I have to pay a setup fee, and then I have to do. Excuse me. And then I have to do my logo and stuff. So I'm only gonna order 6 because that's the minimum first order, and then I want to see them and make sure they're exactly what I want. Once I get to that point, then I'll order more. But the hats will only be it's only going to be for my founder group. So Mark, you'll be in the loop on it. All right, let's do this thing real quick. I'll try to keep up. I know I'm not going to get everybody. So pick out of the watches that are on the table. There's a Raymond wheel. I don't know how to say it over here. Let's ditch that because nobody's going to want they're not going to pick that. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's move the steel dive. Let's add the Damasco. I think we have some pretty sick watches on the table. All right, so we'll add the Damasco. All right, so ditch the Movado. Well, no, it's out of my reach really, so no one's gonna pick it anyway. So all right, pick 3 watches that you would want out of this group right here, and don't just go because they're the most expensive. Pick 3 watches that you would assemble as a group, and then I'll pick them up and I'll hold them up in front of the camera. And I'm not going to be able to do a ton of them, but I'll try to pick up some comments and I'll do it real quick. So this is just for the video. This isn't like I'm not giving these watches away or anything. So Kevin says Omega, Aquaterra, Navitimer. So I'm assuming you mean Seamaster, Aquaterra. Oh crap! You guys are too fast. Hold on a second. And the Navi. So you said these 3 here. I think this is what you said. So there's one combo. That would be a pretty killer combo right there. That's gonna be hard to beat for sure. All right. Chaz says that would be his combo too. Is it Omega or Omega? Depends on your mood. You can do either one. So let's see. Omega. I got two Omegas in here. Omega, Willard, and Tudor. So I know I'm not keeping up, guys. It takes a minute. So this. So you got two. Actually, we're going all diver here. So you got this three-way combo here. Craig G says, I'm not going to keep up here. What did he say? Let's see. So it'd be a Seamaster. So he said this one, and I think he said this one. That would actually probably be my pick. Let's see. Daniel Yo, I'll get you here. So he said Pro Pilot, Seamaster, Titanium Square. Way to mix it up. Definitely mixing it up. So you have your beater everyday watch here. You have an everyday clean, easy to read, and then you have your nice diver. All right, let's move these. Did someone say triple titanium? We can do triple titanium. This would be, what do I do with it? This would be the triple titanium. What about the Willard instead of the square? Guys, there's no way I can keep up. I like doing this because it's kind of fun, but I can't keep up. Just the watch chimed in. I'll get you here real quick. So he said Aquaterra, Damasco, and the Super Ocean. So Super Ocean, the Aquaterra, and then the Damasco. Which oddly enough, the Damasco was actually kind of a precursor to picking up the Aquaterra, as you can obviously see. They're very similar in nature. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up and pick up another one here. Hold on a second. In the bag, what do you think of that? Let's see, Brew. Derek says Brew, Aquaterra, and Pelagos. That's an interesting combo. Brew, Aquaterra, and Pelagos. So this is what Derek said. Way to mix it up. Kind of a fun little exercise. When you take, forget about price, right? And you just want to see a 3-watch collection together. Jason, yeah, I sold the Tudor Black Bay 41 blue dial to Tennessee Mike. I sold it a little while ago. Meta Journey says Orange SKX, Aquaterra, and Black G-Shock. Did I not do the watch companion? Navi, Pelagos, and Aquaterra. Navi, Pelagos. What do they say? And the Aquaterra. That's a heavy hitter combo right there for sure. I know I'm not going to buy the Navitimer, but I can see why people buy it for sure. It's actually a really nice watch. And even if I did buy it, I would want the other colored subdials. I wouldn't want the subdials to match the dial. Omega 300, Tudor, and then the Monster, all different colors. Yeah. All right. See, Calico says, how hard was it to size the Super Ocean? Were the screws easy? Oh, and did you cross them back in? Yes, I definitely cross-threaded them back in. That's Nature's Loctite. It's a joke, by the way. It's not difficult. It's just weird. So, like, to take one link out, it's more screws than what you think. Like, you have to take a lot of the bracelet apart to get, because it's hard to explain because it's on a slant, right? But the screw isn't. So the screw runs just like this. So like you have to take that apart, and then they're all individual. So you have to like take that apart, and this apart to get this section out. So it's pretty wild. I'm I'm sure there's videos on it. I guess I could have made a video explaining it, but I just feel like it's redundant. I should probably just make one anyway. I made a video. I don't think I posted it yet. I made a video sizing this strap, which, I mean, really, I probably could have went over that way more, but I wanted to keep the strap the same length or something. So, white glove watches. What's the black on black in front of the Movado? That's a Manta Ocean King with the red seconds hand. So awesome, awesome watch. I would highly recommend trying to find one used, because new they're what, like $2,200 or something like that. But on the used market, you can probably pick one up for like 12, $1,300. That's a heck of a watch for 12 or $1,300. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, somebody just mentioned from a distance, this does kind of look like a Vostok case. How some of the Vostok cases are kind of funky like that, where they just kind of protrude out for virtually no reason. It definitely has that vibe. Let's see. Maximilian says, "How does the Manta compare to the Super Ocean? They're great looking watches." Oh, I was looking for the Super Ocean. It's on my wrist. Somehow I snuck it onto my wrist. So, size-wise and feel, they're actually pretty similar. But the Breitling is going to have a Breitling worked over ETA 2824 COSC, and the Manta is going to have, I believe they go COSC as well, but it's going to be a Salida movement. They call it, I forget what they call their movement. They named it something, but when I talked to Justin last, I'm pretty sure they were going to go with the Salida. I'm not 100% sure if they did. Yeah, and they're both thin. They're actually pretty similar, other than the Breitling has nice turned down lugs, whereas the Manta actually kind of has like these just weird tapered out lugs. The bezel action on the Breitling is just a better fidget spinner. It's just a clean 120 click, very pleasurable to turn, and just the right amount of traction on the bezel edge, and it lines up perfect, obviously. Now, the Manta is a 60 click, and it has ceramic ball bearings in it, and it's more of a thud. Definitely audible. I'm sure you guys can hear that. Very snappy, but not like, so like the Tudor is also 60 click. No, it's 120 click, isn't it? No, it's 60. But the Tudor is just so much more refined. And then when it gets to the 60 or the 12, it like is a deeper detent. You're not going to have that on the Manta. The Manta's, it's a really nice design, but it's not as refined feeling, even though it should be. Yeah, the Tudor is 60. It felt more like, in comparison to the Manta, it felt more like a 120 just because how smooth and clean it was. I can do a close up of the Tudor, but it's in 720. You're just not gonna see it very good. Ooh, Clayton, good question. Fidget spinner. What do I like better, the Pelagos or the Breitling? They're like two different fidget spinners. Oh, man, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. The Tudor's better, but it's better in the sense that the Breitling's not bad. But it's like when you go, well, when you go to like Best Buy and you're looking at televisions and they put the crazy like ball and TV right next to the TV that you went to go look at, right? And the TV you went to go look at is more affordable and the picture on it is amazing. But when you put it next to the crazy ball and 8K TV or whatever that's like twice as much money, then it makes the picture look inferior. That's how these bezel actions are. That's the only way I could explain it, right? So if you never had the Tudor next to the Breitling, you would spin the bezel on the Breitling and you'd be like, that's amazing. I love it. It's perfect. But then they go, well, check this bezel out. And then you check out the bezel on the Tudor and you're like, oh, yeah, you can't really do any better than that. But you have to get it in the Tudor, which, is a premium. So, yeah. Plus, Kevin, it gives you some reading material, like when you have to go to the bathroom or something and you don't want to take your new Man in the Watch book into the bathroom, then you still have something to read here. Or you left your phone outside and you're like, oh, shoot, I got nothing to do. You can read this right here and you can memorize it and then you can impress your friends and be like, hey, not only do I know that the Tudor has a paragraph on it, but I can recite it to you word for word. Because I bet you most of us here can't tell you exactly what it says. We just know that there's a bunch of words there. Yeah, the Seamaster with the scallops on it, it's actually not as nice to turn. I mean, like if you push... Oh man, that's good too. That is really good. The previous generation of Seamaster was nowhere near as good as this, for sure. I think if you push down on this, if you grab right here and you push down, instead of trying to grab it this way, just push down a little bit, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's refined. That's really nice. And they have to keep the scallops, right? Let's see. Calico Basin on his third drink. All right, well, $3.99. I'll put some more in my glass. We're getting close to the end anyway. Grip the points, not the scallops. Yeah, that'll probably work. All right, Calico, I'm drinking with you, buddy. James says I'm supposed to be underwater and have gloves on in order to operate that bezel. Good point. Throwing those dollars around. Thanks. Cheers. Yeah. Here's to you, buddy. Delish. It's not Clase Azul, but it's pretty good. Floridians drinking margaritas in Miami Beach. Aren't you supposed to have like mojitos or something? So Wilson said it's better when drinking alone. Yeah, I only drink alone, right? Driver Fish has been sipping on the Irish whiskey. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had, well, whiskey, period. Let's see. B Dev says, what is the black watch on your left, way in the back, laying flat? Kind of fell over, didn't it? This is a Victorinox. And it's a cool watch. It's quartz, it's day date. But I think compared to pretty much everything on the table, it doesn't feel as nice. It feels cheaper. I don't know what the price is on this. Let me $3.95. So I mean, it's more affordable, and then I think with discount, you're probably going to pay like $2.50 for one of these. So I guess that's fine. So Kevin says South Florida is mojitos and old fashions. That works. It's tropical though. Like I feel like mojitos is the correct drink. Let's see. James says he had to stop drinking a year ago, but his watch funds have grown a lot faster. No regrets. Well played. Well, I mean, I'm going to probably stop drinking after this live stream. So, Kevin says, is that a Raymond Weil? I don't know how to say that, but it is. And this is the first time I've looked at one. Honestly, for some reason, and this is how like naive I am to watches, right? I thought they were like a fashion brand. This thing looks, I'm going to probably catch some grief on this, but this has like a Grand Seiko look to it. And I don't, maybe it's just the color tone of the dial and the case shape and how refined it feels. This is actually a really nice watch. And I don't know anything about these, but if you're looking for a dress watch, I don't know what these go for, but this seems like a really nice watch. Oh, not bad. $11.50. Plus you probably get some sort of discount, I'm guessing. What movement is that? 26 joules, so it's going to be a SW. It doesn't say in there, but this is 26 joules. It's going to be like an SW 200 or something. So full video on that soon. I just opened that today. I gotta, man. Starting tomorrow, I'll be making, I'll be recording at least 3 videos a day until I can kind of catch up because I have more videos or more watches coming. So Floridian says free liquor is the best. Where do you get free liquor in Miami? Oh, I know what you do. You walk down South Beach, and because the dining is like out on the sidewalk, and if you walk by and you just say, hey, look at that, and you point, and then the patrons that are sitting there will look, and then you swipe their mojito and you keep walking. That's how you get free liquor in South Beach. I don't know how else you're getting it. Bruce, Blue Shirt Buddha is going to sip on some bourbon. Hopefully he's got some good one. Floridian says the Embassy Suites. I need to come hang out with you, man. Sounds like you're living it up. Let's see. Detroit Spartans chiming in. What's up? Let's see. Under Pelagos or Tudor. Joseph says Tudor Pelagos or Seiko King Samurai for everyday. Tudor, man. Go upscale. Why not? Just go upscale. Añejo. Yeah, I'm drinking. I typically do like the Añejo, but this is the Reposado. Reposado. Am I saying that right? On wine time. Yeah, I just had a week off from work too. So this Monday was not easy for me to get going. Everybody wants to know what Detroit Spartans' most recent watch purchase is. Let's see. I love a good Añejo. Yeah, Hans, I like the. I'm trying to think of which ones I've had. I've had a few. I've warmed up to tequila way more than I have. What do you call it? Whiskey. So. Yeah, tough first day back, and we're crazy busy at work too. I'm doing a lot of work outside. So. Oh, Detroit Spartan picked up. That's right. You did post it up on Instagram. I think he picked up the Detroit Watch Company 313. So the dial on that watch, actually, in case you guys don't know, it actually kind of looks like, well, you know, there's probably a bunch of young people in here. They don't even know. But like the old rotary phones where you had to like put your finger in the hole and go, and then it would ratchet back. And then, so the dial on it looks like a rotary phone. And then I think the 3-1 or something like that is colored a little bit different. So it looks like a rotary phone on the dial of the watch. It's really cool. So if you don't know Detroit Watch Company, go look it up. It's pretty cool. Floridian says, you used to drink bourbon, didn't you? Yes, I was. Yeah, so all bourbon is whiskey, not all whiskey is bourbon. So my favorite was, well, I like Angel's Envy, and I know that's controversial, but my favorite was Eagle Rare, $30. Kind of hard to find, but it was $30 a bottle, and it tastes, again, it's kind of like buying a steel dive, you know, or a hem dial, or it's like 90% as good as like Angel's Envy or something, which is like a $50 bottle. So I think it's really good. Calico Basin, I haven't tried Blanton's. Blanton's? And says he's not allowed to drink bourbon anymore. Yeah, Wilson says Eagle Rare is good. Wild Turkey's good. Holy cow, Floridian says he makes wine with his brother-in-law. That's awesome. So Driver Fish, actually Elijah Craig was kind of my backup to Eagle Rare. So, because you can usually find Elijah Craig everywhere, so that would be the one, but if somebody had Eagle Rare, I would pick it up. Makers, I never really warmed up to Makers, Mark. Wilson says the Basil Haydn's, that's really good. Trying to remember what that has a very unique flavor to it, and it's there's a couple other whiskeys that I found that were very similar to it, but I enjoyed it, but I didn't warm up to it. And then I started to get into the Japanese whiskeys and stuff like that too. But honestly, guys, the more I learned about tequila and the more tequila I try, like it's so much easier to drink and it's so clean. Four Roses is good. Hans, I've not tried that. The Añejo 1800, I have not tried that. I was going to start researching that because that seems like it's pretty available. I need to maybe check that out if you're recommending it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to jump into whiskeys again. So actually, I'm going to probably dial it back anyway. Mad Dog says Jack Daniel. That's my dad's drink. He just likes just regular Jack Daniel. That's what he likes. Buffalo Trace is pretty good too, yeah. Oh man, you guys have any watch questions before we sign off? Because we're over an hour. Any last minute watch questions? Cheap and good. Clooney's, have you tried Aykroyd? No, Dan Aykroyd's tequila? No, I have not tried it yet. I thought he does vodka. It's not tequila, is it? I think Dan Aykroyd does vodka. Could be wrong. I'm curious how you feel about that style bracelet on it. Are you talking about this one, the one I put on here? I think this bracelet would look. No, I've never been to Mexico. Let me think here. I think this bracelet would look better potentially on different colorway of the Aquaterra. For some reason, I just feel like it's the white dial needs a break from the all metal. Like it works. I was wearing it and I was enjoying it, but like the Seamaster, it has the black bezel, so it breaks it up, so it's not too much. Whereas this one doesn't have that break of the bezel. So I'm fairly certain it's going to end up back on this strap, and that's probably where it's going to live. But it's nice to have the bracelet option occasionally. I don't know if it looks sporty or if it just looks like old man dressy or something. I don't know. Yeah, and I don't really care for NATO straps. I would much rather have it on this because I like this clasp system. It's a very nice clasp system. If I were going to put it on strap, I would do, I forget who makes it, but it's just like, it's called like the Chevron or something. I think this is what this, I bought this one for the Tudor Black Bay. Probably should have sent it to Mike. Because it doesn't add any like length. It stays like normal length. I forget who makes it, but I would probably do the Aquaterra on one of these. Yes, Kevin, crown and buckle. Thank you. Yes, I would do a crown and buckle on the Aquaterra. I would do that. Let's see. Jack says, should I buy a green or black Willard? Well, I'm gonna probably get a deal. I like the green one, man. The green one is just dope. And I've never been into blue dial watches, so I would, and black's just too regular, so I would go green personally. Meta Journey says, of your higher end watches, which watch do you wear the most? So I don't keep track of what I wear, but I would say, so my expensive watches are basically, and I just got the Aquaterra, so it's not really fair to add that, but these are, right? I don't have another one. These are my 3 expensive watches, and it's probably split up pretty evenly. The Breitling needs to go back on the bracelet. I like it much better on the bracelet. But the Seamaster, man, when I put that on wrist, it is very easy to wear that thing 3 days and be like, oh shoot, I need to like wear another watch. Because I usually go in 3-day intervals, and the Seamaster is just, it's overpowered. It's awesome. Let's see. Wilson said, yes, we are working on a meetup. I sent Detroit Spartan a message on Instagram, so we will do hopefully we can get you there too. I guess I'll let you know via Instagram because you're not in my Discord, but Driverfish says he bought the Steel Dive and now he has a Seiko Willard on order. Definitely the green. So I think well played. I think the Willard is a good way to test to see if you're, or Calico, man, on his fourth drink. That's in a $4.99 super chat. All right, hold on a second. I don't have much left of this glass. So there you go, Calico. So good. So if you're looking at the Willard and you're not ready to drop $1,000, buy the Steel Dive. Check it out. See if you warm up to it. See if you like it. And then the Willard is actually nicer, and I will show that on video. The Willard is a lot nicer. That's all I can say. Like, oh man, G-Man, don't go down. All right, he almost fell down. Yeah, so Detroit Spartan, hopefully it works out timing-wise. I'm going to end up just picking a weekend. I have to set up a thing with a venue, and we're just going to commit to it. And whoever shows. I mean, I might be just standing there by myself with a few watches, and maybe nobody will show, and it'll be all lonely and stuff. But we'll see. Oh, man. Yeah, you better cut yourself off before you end up selling some Rolexes on flippers for $10. Kevin says, friends don't let friends buy Steel Dive. I don't know. I think you could check it out. It's a good, cheap way to check it out to see if you like it. Jack says we should meet up at Bill's Steakhouse. I don't know what that is, but Design's checking in late. Listen, I'm 6 minutes past what I normally do because I was waiting for you to show up. So now that you've showed up, I can actually sign off. Wilson says, I will not be drinking alone. Actually, if I go to a meetup, I probably won't drink. Nelson says, any watch meetups in Southern California? I think more and more are going to start popping up because we, in our chat, we did a, Tennessee Mike set it up, a bunch of different regions, and a bunch of other people are talking in that region, and they might start setting up some meets, so it's really cool. Floyd is asking the Squale 1521 versus the Seiko SPB 143. Totally different watches, so it's an interesting comparison for sure. I'm torn. Depends on your wrist size. No, it doesn't, because they both wear great. I don't know, man. I'm kind of burned out on Seiko. I think I would go for the Squale 1521, and I'd go full polished on that thing too. Let it bling. Let's see. Hey, William, thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it. All right. I got to shut this down, guys, because I got to pick up still. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. Soon I will announce a video explaining the rules to enter the giveaway for the 50,000 subscriber Seiko SRP 309. That is going to happen soon because I don't even, what am I at? I'm at like 49,200, something like that. So I'm getting really close. So let me kill the lights. We'll see what shines. You know that Damasco is going to show off. There we go. We got some loom. Look at that Tudor, man, with the loomed out bezel. That is awesome. Actually, the Monto's got a loomed out bezel too. All right, guys. Thanks for chiming in. I'll catch you on the next vid. Calico. Switch over to water. I'm going to switch over to water too. We both got to switch over to water.